I'm Kirsten. I'm going to be drawing some of the characters from Game of Thrones. And then I'm going to be attempting to recreate them in Skyrim.
Hey, you're finally awake.
The producers are telling me I should say I'm playing Skyrim on the Nintendo Switch. And this is a vanilla, unmodded version. Okay, whatever that means. I have no concept of what this game is about or how to design characters in it, so this is all totally new to me. So I'm an illustrator. I do character development, fashion illustration, editorial illustration, conceptual illustration, graphic design, toy design, caricature, celebrity caricature. I like to kind of boil it down to the essential elements, and there's really more of an economic view of their face. So the first thing I do is Google them. I don't really draw from a particular photo. It's more just the feeling of their face. I think if I get too accurate, it kind of loses the spirit of what they look like. The next step is I start sketching in pencil. I try to do something kind of non-intimidating, like little thumbnails or whatever. It's usually a mess. And then I bring it into Procreate, which is on my iPad. You can sketch in layers in Procreate, so you can erase and zoom in, and it's a much more efficient way to sketch. Sometimes it comes immediately, and sometimes it takes forever. So it's no guarantee that it's going to be like a quick process for me. Boom. So today I'm going to be drawing Jon Snow, Daenerys, Cersei, and the Night King. Very scary. Let's start with Jon Snow. I'm going to do a little quick thumbnail just to warm up my pencil, get my brain working. Ooh, he's got a kind of worried look on his face at all times, at least to me. He always seems very concerned. I don't know if you can put this in there, but I've always thought Jon Snow has kind of a butt face. Like, I don't want to insult Kit Harington or anything, because he's super handsome, but there's something really rounded about his features, like his lips and his nose and his cheeks, and he's got this kind of cherubic face. The next thing I like to do is email it to myself. This is in the program Procreate. This is a low-res drawing. It's just a 10 by 10 inch 72 DPI workspace. I'm going to dim this layer to be in the background while I make a new sketch right over top of it in another layer. I can pivot this drawing, which is nice. I like to kind of draw people as you would see them from about 20 paces, like what immediately stands out. So his eyes are dark, and you can't really see any whites, so I kind of just indicate those with just black graphic little triangles. I like to pay attention to the black points on people's faces, like their nose hole is a black point, and if it shows, then it should be on the face, usually. Kind of creates a little graphic moment in the face. Okay, this is pretty quick, but...
Hey, you're finally awake.
I'm gonna be looking for the dark brows, little black eyes, big cloud of black hair, kind of a round face shape, but an indication of some cheekbones with his beard, which kind of the beard line doubles as a cheekbone indicator there, so... Oh my God. Okay, now I'm scared. Ooh, oh my God. So what is this like? Okay, this is toggle, and this is... Oh, it's moving his head. Okay. Kitty is buff. I mean, this could be a Jon Snow maybe, but he's really dark, and Jon Snow is super white, so I don't know if that will... Nose type. Oh, okay. Nose type. Quit moving. Oh, I'm changing her nose. Okay. Oh, weird. All right. You can really control a lot of elements that I would look for, like how far your brow juts out or how your eyebrows are on your face. I'm kind of just testing what this is capable of doing just randomly here so I can get the lay of the land. Forward. There we go. Super forward. And then this is what I call buried in your face. Hair, let's look at that really quick. Oh my God. Various mullets and the Al Pacino in the 70s hair. From what I can tell, this is pretty articulated in that you can really control most of the indicators, or at least there's a pretty broad range of indicators for face types. Kind of limited, but kind of not tools. So, Jon Snow in Skyrim. I'm going to start at the top of the list here, which is probably not the lizard. If this guy, depending on what I can do with his eyes and lip size, maybe. I know the elves are not it because they're way too angular for Jon Snow. This guy might work too, not the kitty. This guy is, if those controls are in place, then they're kind of similar. No. Let's go back to this dude. He's a native of Cryodil. Skin tone. We're gonna make him hyper white. Wait. Let's see what okay, this is way too jacked up. Well, except for the nude scene, he's pretty much like always covered in a lot of clothes, so his body looks kind of bulky. Let's go to face. Nose type. This is totally way too bony. We want it to be kind of like what's sometimes referred to as a lump of clay nose. Oh, weird, look at that. Okay. Oh, it gets real witchy in there. Let's go here. I hope there's a face fat button where it like fleshes him out a little, otherwise this template might not be right. I'm not really seeing this move his jaw too much. Cheekbone height. I feel like Jon Snow has more of like a flat plane, so I'm gonna tuck him up there by his eyes, because I feel like they kind of push his eyes up. Laugh lines. Cheek color lower. Let's put a 5 o'clock shadow in there. Color. Forehead color. So far, he could really use a cheeseburger. He's kind of sunken. I don't know if there's a place to do that on this guy. If he's just kind of permanently haggard, then this might not work. Let's go to eyes. Okay, there's got to be just like brown. I'm gonna leave it there. In the sketch where I really just abbreviated his eyes to these two triangles, like kind of slits, these eyes are really articulated and you can see bags and lashes and whites. So this is gonna be a lot more realistic. And I'm gonna try to find a close approximation. Eye height, we're gonna tuck him way up under the brow because he's got really protruding brow bone. Eye depth. Ooh, creepy. Telescoping. They're telescoping forward and then telescoping back. Eye tint. I'm gonna leave this kind of high shine below his eyes because I feel like he's kind of a hero, so we want the color to also indicate that. I'm gonna explore the brows a little first. Let's put them up. That's a bit much. See, it looks a little monstery. We could get exaggerated about it. Not that I want him to look monstery, but I'm kind of thinking along the lines of caricature. So brow type, let's look at those more. Oh, here we go. It's a little more worried. Mouth shape. We want a big fat lower lip. Actually, we want fat lips. Let's tuck it up. I don't know. Let's move on to hair and see if that changes anything else about this. Here's the fun part. All the wigs. Oh, poor Jon Snow. Okay, I'm not seeing his classic mane in here. Oh, wow. Here's Jon Snow in 30 years. I think this might be the closest option, unfortunately, because his hair is really important to his caricature. Facial hair, no. He definitely has a stash, but not that major. Oh my God, okay. There's so many face hair options, like way more than hair. I think that might be about right. I wish I could erase some of his wrinkles. Again, the dark brows, little black eyes, big cloud of black hair, kind of a round face shape, but an indication of some cheekbones with his beard, which kind of the beard line doubles as a cheekbone indicator there, so. Eye height, let's look at that again. Oh yeah, we shoved that way up to Kingdom Come. I'm looking for like the smallest, darkest eye. I feel like this might be it. I think that might be as close as I can get with what we've got here to Jon Snow, unless I change the template altogether. With somebody like Jon Snow, I feel like he has such a baby face, and I know he's got eye bags in this photo, but he is really young and cherubic in the face, and so I feel like the tool that would be really helpful would be something to remove some of the haggardness from this template, like the forehead lines, the nasolabial folds. I mean, this is a different style of eye bag that's down here that's for an older guy. These template guys seem to be older and more rugged, battle-weary, if you will. So, I don't know, I feel like Jon Snow could really use a smoothing effect. Daenerys is a little harder because she's so pretty. Sometimes beautiful people are harder to draw, so you have to pick out something that kind of stands out about that person. This wig is so low on her forehead that her forehead is really short, but her face shape is, again, very cherubic and round. Big, round, full lips, really pronounced dark eyebrows, so she's not a natural blonde. I relate. Sometimes this can look a little bird beak-ish if you're not careful. Because she has flesh-colored lips, I think sometimes it's better to just indicate the lips, indicate the mouth with shadow, like a little shadow here, and maybe draw the top lip, because the top lip is angling this way, so it's darker. Plus it sticks out, and so I'm drawing the shadow essentially of her top lip, and then the shadow under her bottom lip. And when I bring this into Procreate, that's where the finessing of the different parts happens, or I move the eyes up or down, or shrink them, or whatever. Okay, yeah, this is really not looking too Daenerys-y to me. I'm kind of leaning on a trope where she's got this beautiful doll face and these lips and these eyes, and so she's looking a little generic. It's not really saying Daenerys to me as much as it's just saying kind of any pretty, you know what I mean? And it might be the nose. It's also the eyes, I think. I look a little freaked out. I'm not sure what it is yet. I don't know if this is gonna click into place today, but I'm gonna give it a shot and see. I'm gonna look for a way to evoke Daenerys in the video game because I kind of feel like I'm not really doing it here too much. Depending on the color in the video, I guess.
Hey, you're finally awake.
She's all about the whiteness of her hair. White hair, dark eyebrow contrast. So, into the lady zone. Right out of the gate, this one is promising. I don't think an elf is gonna work, or a high elf. I don't know, let me look. Kitty, no. I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna go with Nord for Daenerys, which makes sense. Body. Weight is, yeah, let's keep it soft. And then head, oh, okay. Flavor really smoothed out. 0 dirt color, 0 scars, 0 war paint, okay. Nose type, no. That's a maybe. She's kind of got a little bit of a little doll nose, you know? Like an upturn, soft. I'm gonna leave it there. This is the part I was struggling with in her caricature, I think, was the nose height in relationship to her lips. Kind of unremarkable in one direction or the other. It's kind of perfect, so maybe we'll just see what else happens. Nose length. Let's look here. But that's too Angelina. Really teeny. It's got to come out. Jaw height. Oh, look at that. The side, these parts are coming down. Okay. I kind of like them up. It makes her look younger. When they're down, it makes her look too masculine, and she's definitely got a really feminine face. Jaw forward. Let's look at that. Okay, this is where I feel like from the side, her... Let's take a look. I'm not really seeing any movement here. Am I seeing it from the front? Oh, it's these. They're moving forward, and it's not the... Okay, that's chin, I guess. There's a lot of really specific buttons in here. Cheekbone height. Let's leave them up there, right about there. Give her some blood. Oh, no. White. Laugh lines, 0. Nose color, nothing. Chin color, neck color, forehead color, nothing. Okay. Eyes. Ooh, there's a lot. I'm gonna check out eye color before I do this. I think the eye shadow is on. Her whites are really dark, which I don't want. Eye tint. I don't want any tint in there at all. You know what, though? I want to give her a little depth. Eye color, eyeliner color. Okay. It ranges from, whoa, Egyptian black coal to red. gonna leave it kind of neutral. Eye depth. Oh, look at this. This is my favorite part, was when the eyes telescope out like that. It's so creepy. I'm gonna put them back to normal. Eye width. This is another important indicator. That's a little Val Kilmer. Did anyone else just see Val Kilmer happen for a second? You know what though? I feel like her eyes are a little close together. Just a hair. Color, we want blue, but why are her eye whites brown? This is something I would like to change. Okay, right away I'm seeing that her lower jaw is jutting forward too much, so I'm gonna have to go back and adjust that. But first I'm gonna finish up here in the brow zone. And I want a kind of a graphic brow, but not too hairy. Brow forward. I want that forehead smooth. Okay. Mouth shape. Mouth height. I want her lower lip to get a little tucked in. Oh, here we go. I think I found the lever I'm looking for. It's a little more like that. I feel like her top lip is way more prominent than her lower lip, although this could work because it's got that arc in it that I'm looking for. Let's look at hair. Okay, we want the white. Is this the whitest? Maybe? Aw. Yeah, maybe this might be the closest. This is so roller disco. Okay. Lots of hair. Bald. I mean, this could be it. Oh, yeah. Braids. Brow. No brow. Low brow. Yeah, I think this is probably the closest. Every time I pull them apart, her eyes or brows, it kind of gets further away from her. There's a couple things that I would finesse here, like a more tucked in lower lip, which I don't think I can do. And I think I'm missing a certain reflective lighter quality in the eyes that's also not available other than the kind of glowing blue alien eyes, you know, which I think kind of pulls it out of human too much for her. Like a more innocent eye, you know? So this is pretty close though. Cersei is next. She has such patrician bone structure. It's really elongated, super pronounced cheekbones, super pronounced jaw, very square. Because she's so cruel, I'm gonna kind of exaggerate her eyebrows a little more than they are and make them kind of scowling downward. With Cersei, since she's got harder lines in her face, this section of her mouth, I guess the word is embouchure? Like if you're a trumpet player, it's like this muscle of your mouth. She's always kind of pursing it and grimacing with it. So I'm gonna emphasize it a little bit with her bone structure. The cheekbones come in and they point right to the mouth. Really faint. I don't want to put too hard of lines here because she's young and beautiful, so anytime you emphasize those too much, it ages a person. With the exception of like Ursula from Little Mermaid, most villainesses are super bony and angular. I'm gonna arch her brows up a little more so they look a little meaner. Yeah, maybe one. I don't know, she seems like an eyebrow archer. I don't know if she does it or not. Kind of balances out the mouth. I think the reason I thought this one was easier is, again, because her face is so symmetrical. This is not really something she would wear, which looks a little peasant-y for her, but maybe we don't worry about that yet.
Hey, you, finally awake.
I mean, in terms of the black points on her face, the brows, the eyes, and the nose holes, and the upper lip exaggeration, it just was a clearer read for me. And also just the square, kind of rectangular face, and the length of her hair. She's real long nose. I'm thinking elf. This might be a bit much, unless I can square it out a little more. She's real pointy in the chin. No. Okay, I'm looking for a little bit more of a boxy jawline, which this might be. There are jaw indicators and stuff, like where you can pull it down. Let's start here. Nope. Oh, there. She's got kind of, I guess I feel like the color, I just kind of blacken them out in the, not that, but let's leave them there for a sec. Eye height. I feel like they got to stay kind of high. Width. Down a little bit. eyeshadow above. I want to darken this area though to make her feel a little more sinister. That might be too dark, but let's go back. Tint. This is a little too much costumey makeup for her. I'm gonna leave it at nothing. Let's go to the brow zone. These are nice and mad, but I want them to be heavier. That's too heavy. No brow. That's a good one. Too hairy. That's a good one. Let's leave it there for a sec. Brow height. Really mad. She's a little more like coolly mad though. She's kind of emotionless when she's mad. But I think she kind of has a permanent sort of disdainful look on her face, like resting bitch face, if you will. If the brow ridge is too far forward, it's a little Cro-Mag, and she is really bony, but we don't want it too far forward. So, mouth shape, that's a big one. That's a no. That's a no. That's a maybe. That's a no. No. Similar to what I drew, but it's, maybe we can make it wider? I don't know. Or bring it down. I'm gonna kind of mess with her mouth a little bit. It's got a few things going on. Mouth forward. I feel like sometimes she kind of juts it forward, her lower jaw. Like when she's like clenching her teeth, that might register. Let's take off this lipstick and see how that looks. It's a maybe. We need to change your hair color. Let's see what happens there. Oh, here's her shame hair, kind of, not even. She doesn't really show her ears like this. She doesn't have unkempt hair. It's always done. Maybe this because it covers her ears. Let's go to color and maybe that'll help. So it ranges from white blonde to, we want kind of a gold, not green. Let's look at that chin length. This makes her face a little squarer. Nose length, too long, too mean, too small, too wide, too Roman, too arched, too Liam Neeson. Oh, wait a minute, I see something there. I feel like this is pretty close. She looks a little mad in the eyebrows. I wanted her to look scowly, but I don't want her to have any wrinkles or indication of emotion, just the shape. I would maybe like to see a little more control in the eyebrow zone for this particular one with Cersei, so that I could remove some of these crabby marks right here on her, but still maintain this kind of flat eyebrow and bring it up a bit on the ends so that it had more of a PV shape, but without the wrinkles or forehead lines. She also has just the slightest amount of thing here. I think that's working. I don't know if I want to mess with that, actually. Just little things like that. Okay, the Night King is next. This guy's got a lot going on his face. This is the kind of face I like to say draws itself. His face is so graphic, you kind of can't screw it up. The complex part about him, though, is the horn situation on the top of his head, or the points on his head. I don't know if that would be a problem for Game of Thrones fans. Do they count that stuff? But I'm going to abbreviate it. I like to abbreviate faces so that's a clearer read. These super points are happening right here, almost like worn down Batman with the a little bit. The eyes are so intensely mean. It's all brow ridge, creating this kind of almost a figure eight of blackness, like a mask. The thing about his face that's really creepy, there's all these wrinkles leading to his mouth. Like he's been scowling for so many hundreds of years or whatever that he's got permanent scowl wrinkles. He has had no Botox. I didn't draw the outfits on anybody else, really, but this one comes up to here, and it's a lot of vertical lines that kind of emphasize this really linear, wrinkly expression of his whole face and head. I would never show a client this kind of sketch, but I know how I would make the final, you know? These ears are a little elfish, but I think it's the shape of the shadow around his eyes that's the important thing. It's the blackest thing on his face with his super intense glowing blue eyeballs. And then all the wrinkles leading to the scowl. And then certainly this unique ice devil elf head shape is all about, you know, freaky shapes. So Very identifiable.
You are finally awake.
I'm tempted to start with the lizard person here, but I don't know. If there's no ears, it's kind of no deal because we need to see his pointy ears, so maybe that rules out the lizard right out of the gate. Here we go. He's a hard no. I mean, that's a maybe. His chin's way out of whack, but let's look at some of the other elves. I guess they all have that. Wait, he's maybe the most haggard of the elves, so that's a good place to start. The nose is really wrong. It's got a real Roman bump happening here, and I don't know if that is editable in nose style. But his crown is also really narrow, his head. Let's start there. Let's go to skin tone and see if we can get more blue, purple, white. So maybe this is close enough for what this game has. Head, war paint color, is this happening? Unless it's, maybe around the eyes. Is there something mask-like we can use? Like these lines are indicating kind of similarly once we adjust his weird lipstick and stuff. Let's leave it there for a second. Turquoise, green, orange. Here's a bluish. Okay, these are more like random scratchings. He seems kind of impervious to damage. He just looks this way naturally like he was born with his weird face. Dirt color. He's not really dirty. Complexion, super craggy. This one or this one, they look the same. Oh, a little more forehead action, okay. Nose type. I want a downturned nose to start with, but I want to shove it way in. No. That's a maybe. It's almost like flush, which I don't know if we can do, but maybe if we bring the lips out. A little boxier. This is the sneaky tool that I kind of I'm having trouble seeing what this does, really. Oh, I see. Okay, it's all about which we're gonna leave. Cheekbone height. Super high. Cheek color. Oh, look, rouge. Okay. Nose color. That's kind of like the brightest spot on his face, so let's leave it there. Let's look at eyes for now. Eye height. Let's bring it down. Oh, let's go to eye color. An important one for this guy. White, red, half-seas, black. Oh, that's a bummer. There's no glowing blue, but there were, for some of the other characters, there was like a whitish blue, which would have been really perfect here. We can maybe fake it with this kind of white, right? There's just no pupil. Brow type. We want ultra arched and shadowy and mad. Hyper evil. Definitely don't want raised, we want furrowing. Mouth shape. Take this clown lipstick off. No color. Or a little bit of a tint of blue. Chin length is out of control. Mouth height is up too high. I wish I could make his nose a little longer too, now that his mouth is down. Mouth forward, sure, let's try that. All those wrinkles kind of culminate, but the mouth shape, it's more like that. Hair, maybe there's some weird horny hair, horns. He's got like kind of a White Walker's wig on there. Without the ponytail's good. Maybe since there's no horns at all in this selection, he can kind of have the next best thing, which is maybe this mohawk. And it can be like his CBGB's look. Okay. I'm not seeing a blue, which is weird, in the hair zone. There should be some blue hair. Okay. This is as close as I can get to the Night King, which I think is closer than he was when he had the super black lips and long chin when he started off as an elf. I wish that I could bring his nose down to a flatter place and have kind of more of a weird inhuman snake nose and maybe add some custom ridging. There's a lot going on here, and the horns and the ice and the glow and the color. There's a lot of stuff that is kind of, you can't really customize. This is as close as he gets, at least from me. It was fun. It was cool to see the personality change, and most of the indicators here are things that I look for and finesse when I'm doing a caricature, like eye height and this distance of your frenulum, eyebrow separation and tilt, and all of that stuff. The Daenerys turned out a little better here than she did in my sketch. I think because I was able to look at all the different eye styles, and then I kind of realized that her eyes are a little closer than I was sketching, and maybe a little up and a little different shape, and just it got really granular with the eye style with her, and I think that that was helpful, actually. People who have unique faces, or interesting faces, or ugly faces, or just strange faces are much easier to draw, because obviously what makes them unique is just what immediately stands out in character as well.
You're finally awake.